Okay. Now moving on to topics of who is in our head. I've got two examples to share, real life experiences. The first one was in 2022. Um, I asked the voice who gives voices. The voice said DAPA gives voices, and I didn't know what DAPA was until I looked up on the internet. DARPA, to find out it was the Defense Advanced Research Program of America. That's one example. The second example was I heard these island accented people in my head talking in 2020, 2025, end of last year, and they were talking about ISIS, Black ISIS, and they were talking about how they won't remove the voices until um, she marries Mohammed Biriti and then marry Ida Khala. So I had to second read who they were talking about, and I felt sorry for the person. Um, so when I found out there was ISIS in my head, I told two people that I converse with on a regular basis. One was a Taiwanese person. She had voices in her head for about 7 years, and I told her, "Can you ask your voices if do you still have voices in your head?" She said, "Yes." I said, "What voices do you have?" Male voice. And I told her, "Can you ask your voice if they're ISIS?" And then she asked her voice, "Are you ISIS?" And he said, "Yes." The voice answered the Taiwanese, "Yes." And she asked for the name, and the guy gave his name to her. So that's one example of ISIS in your heads, giving voices. The second one was a doctor, which I won't describe which country he's from, because everyone will know who he is. I'm just protecting confidentiality. I asked him if ISIS was in his head to ask him, and he asked the guy in his head, and the guy said, "Yes, I'm ISIS." And then the guy gave his name to the doctor. The doctor found the person online, and that was it. It was a Taiwanese. She exchanged photos with a guy in her head. So that shows that the people are human. Um, and yeah, I had one of my kids had voices in his head, and the voice gave his name and said he was human. Yeah. So basically, this is just a fight of us normal humans against superpowers that give voices to people on a regular basis just to create life as hell. They normally recruit people they like if they want them to be recruited. Um, yeah, so if you think your voices are ISIS, just give it a go. Just ask your voices if they're ISIS, and if they say yes, then continue talking to them. But yeah, that's basically it. Examples of dark and ISIS giving voices. Yeah, there we go.